Hey guys, Dan here. I wanted to go over some of the catfishing rigs that I use while I'm out fishing. There's hundreds of different ways to rig them, different rigs and everything like that. I'm just going to show you the ones that I personally use while I'm out fishing. So let's get to seeing what they look like. All right. So I'm not going to actually tie the whole thing together, but at least show you the components of how it comes together. First one we're going to do is if we're going to be using live bait under a float. First off, you want to do is you want to have you can tie these on your own. If I've never done it, it's cheap. It's so much cheaper just to buy these pre-tied uh, line holders. What you'll do is you will take this and you will slide this onto your main line, and then remove the black plasticing that is attached to this, leaving the pink line on there. Then you would tighten it up. So you would tighten it up from there. From there, you want to get you a hard plastic bead. Usually they come with these prepackaged. Now, I've used before the soft rubbery plastic beads. Don't use those because the eye hole is too big and it would run through this. So you definitely want to use the plastic bead. All right. So you would run this up on here. You would put your plastic bead. That way it would stop the bobber, which would go on next. You would run your bobber up on your line. And then from there, you would add an egg sinker. From there, I would use probably a 1 ounce egg sinker. We found that 1 ounce works pretty good when you're doing that. Your 1 ounce egg sinker from there. That way, when it's floating on top, this actually holds it down, your bait down in the water. So if you want to know how these floats are made, Ed ended up making these. So leave in the comments if you're interested in how he made these. I'll see if he wants to put a video together about how he made these. But after you put your sinker on, and that's when you come up to your swivel part. So your swivel would go underneath the egg sinker. You could put a your rubber ball sinker in here just to protect your knot to your swivel. And then on the other side of your swivel is where you put your leader and your hook. So I know this one's a lot. There's a lot going on to this one, but let's get the toughest one out of the road first. Where you got your stopper, your line stopper, your plastic bead to make sure you don't go no further down. That'll hold your bobber in place. Your sinker, your egg sinker, and then from there swivel and your leader hook. So if you have any questions or anything, just put it in the comments. I'll try to walk it through as much as possible. All right, for the next one I typically use would be the simple Carolina ring, which is composed of egg sinker, plastic bead just to protect your knot, if you so choose to do so. Attached to your swivel, and your swivel attached to your main line to your hook. Pretty simple. There's not much to that one. If you even wanted to, you could throw you a float or in my case, like a demon dragon or something like that. A little bit above your hook line, just to get it off the bottom some. But yeah, I mean that's a general one here. I usually always run demon dragons just to get everything off the bottom, but yeah, that's usually the a simple go-to one. Is a Carolina rig here, egg sinker with a little plastic ball going to your swivel. This swivel is your leader line to a demon dragon or float, if you so choose to, and your hook. It's pretty simple. That's a classic catfish rig right there. It's easy to go to. All right, last one we're going to talk about here is the Sandy Cooper rig, which is what I like to use a lot when I'm dragging. First off, you can have a sinker slide if you so choose to, depending on the kind of weights that you have. Like this one here, it's just a regular drifting stick. You would have that on your main line. Again, if you so choose to, rubber ball to a rubber bead to help your knot going onto your swivel. And then, of course, to your leader line, you would attach it with your demon dragon. Let's get this trying to somewhat looking. So and usually, your leader line is usually about 12 inches, depending on how you like it. Some people like them shorter, some people like them longer. But now if you have a different kind of dragging weight, like this one here from Just Dragon, what you can do is just having your line going up to your swivel. And they've got an attach clip, and you can just attach it right to your eyelet and not have to worry about a sinker slide or anything. So, and it just takes care of one other component. And then from there you can attach your leader line. Because nothing slamming against the knot, you wouldn't need the bead. So, and and about 90% of the time, this is kind of rig I'm running. And if I'm happen to be anchoring up, so I'm not using a sinker slide with these weights, I don't have to worry about it, getting down to, raising the bait up higher than what it should be. If I am having to use a sinker slide, I will just do what I did here, is just take the portion that slides, I would take this hook off and I would pass it through the eyelet, making it stationary so it won't slide. But yeah, there's the rigs I'm using. So, I mean, if anything, just if you have any questions, comments, or anything, just throw it into the comment section there. I'll try to help you out through this as much as possible. I'll just try to make this a little easy explanation without dragging a whole bunch of line out here, because like I said, my leader lines are usually about maybe 4 inches longer than this one. So I mean, it's not that I don't have long leader lines, but you can have as long leader lines as you want. So it's up to the person. There you have it. 3 catfishing rigs that I use while I'm out fishing. So hopefully this kind of helped you out a little bit. I know it gets kind of confusing when there's like more than 3 rigs out there, but these are the ones I personally use while I'm going out fishing. So hopefully, if anything, it helps bring you some luck while you're out there. And like again, if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, throw it down there in the comments section. So I'd like to hear from you if you have any questions about what I'm trying to do here. So if anything, appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully see you on the water real soon.